Hey everyone, this is StarCraft2 Strategy Guide Reviews.com, and we're going to be taking a look today at Star2Pros Strategy Guide. So this is one of the better selling guides out there right now. We're a couple weeks away from launch still, but I wanted to give you an inside look at this. So if you're looking to buy a guide, you'll be able to make a good choice on that. So there were a couple of things that intrigued me about these guys, and that's why I purchased it. Is that they are a couple of guys. They're two brothers who have kind of proven themselves in the diamond bracket. And what they're doing with this guide, it seems like they're really focused on the multiplayer play. While all the guides out there have a lot of 1 versus 1 content, they seem to be focused on having some 2 versus 2 content, which I really appreciate. I tend to have more fun in the 2 versus 2 games myself. So the other thing that they're talking about here is that they want to have a lot of video content for every strategy that they write, so you know exactly what to do, what not to do, and so forth. So that's something I can get behind as well. They've got perfect build orders, a lot of the standard stuff. But the other thing that they're doing that's a little bit unique is they're offering this tournament. Looks like they want to have some free tournaments that you can join, and they have a payout of $2,000 to the top 3 places. So that's something that's pretty interesting too, and down the road I would consider taking part in. So, I mean, other than that, this is it's a pretty standard sales page. So I want to go inside and see how much they live up to what they're talking about on the sales page. So this is what you get when you first log in, and they say that the site is still brand new. They're going to be going through a lot of changes. Honestly, I guess that's forgivable. I don't really need a home page per se. What I'm really concerned about is this content that they've got over here. So they've got it right now broken down by race and 1 versus 1. So looks like there was a patch recently, so they had to take down some of their Terran content to update it, which is good. But they don't have their 2 versus 2 content out yet, which I was sort of disappointed to see, because that was one of the things that intrigued me about it. The other thing that I think about them that I thought was actually really good was that when you do get into a lot of their articles, they're very detailed. They're very rich. Like this is a good example here. This Ultralisk versus the Broodlords. If you're playing Zerg, I think out of everywhere, I probably learned more about how to decide which to use compared to any other articles I found online so far. So I definitely appreciate that. But what I was surprised to see is that they don't have a video, any kind of video of it. And I know a lot of their other articles did. It just seems to be a little bit inconsistent right now about which ones have video and which ones don't. So let me show you another example. I think this Nidus Network guide, I think, had one. Yeah, here it is. So here's a better example. This is, I think, when the content is a little bit more ideal. When it really goes into some very specifics, talks about all the different costs, like the order you need to do things, like what to expect against your opponent. Those are all the things that I would expect from some advanced article content. And I do like they've got some replays in here as well. And I started going through some of the video content. The other thing that they've got, which I was really interested in, is that they've got some pro replays. So each of the races should have it. Zerg versus Terran, Protoss versus Zerg, and so on. So I went in and I started watching some of them. And I'm going to just pull up the Zerg versus Terran replays, and I was happy to find it. I sat down and watched it, and I felt like I did learn some things from it. But what I was really sort of surprised to find is that these are actually videos that are available on YouTube anyway. So you didn't actually need to be a member to find these videos on your own if you really wanted to see these. So, that in itself is okay in my opinion. I don't mind that they're putting it all here and organizing it for me, maybe finding the best of the best videos. That's okay. I just need to see more of a value add, really, to be happy about it. If these guys are if these guys are diamond level players, I want to see their analysis too. That's what I'm hoping to get out of this guide. And I don't see that. This just says both of these players are StarCraft 2 professionals, and that's it. So that was a little bit of a letdown too, unfortunately. So that's really what this guide comes down to. I think it has a lot of potential in the long term. I think if the writers of the guide are committed, and it seems like they are, that 3 to 6 months down the road, this is definitely worth a relook. But out of the gate at launch, I just unfortunately I don't think I can recommend this guide. It's just not complete enough to be worth the money that you're paying, especially considering that it is in fact a monthly fee. It's not a one-time fee like Shock's guide, for example. So yeah, unfortunately, out of the guides that I've reviewed so far, I can't really recommend these guys. But what I will do is I want to be fair to everybody who's writing these guides, because I know it's a lot of hard work. I'm going to come back every couple months and make some update videos to see how far the content has progressed and whether I can change my recommendation or not. So definitely visit my site, and you can find my other reviews as well, and stay tuned. Thanks for watching.